San Jose, California, but I was raised in Modesto, California. I was adopted. It was okay. I have parents that loved me and raised me and took care of me, and they were God-fearing Seventh-day Adventist family, and I was really comfortable with my parents. My dad, he started out as running a boys ranch. He had taken a career choice that led him down a road working for juvenile hall, different probation departments, and then ultimately running a boys ranch. And when I was at that age, I was with him a lot at the boys ranch, and he was very strict, but you always knew where he stood. There was no gray areas with my dad. It was always by the book, and we knew what the rules were, and he was very stern, but yet he was always very responsible in taking care of us and making sure that we had everything that we always needed. And in my early 20s, I left church and God altogether. I was far from the church and anything to do with it. It's hard to describe, but when I realized that I was going down a road that at some point I wouldn't be able to return from, I felt like something was pulling me away from that. Something was directing me the other way, and at the time, I didn't think that it had anything to do with God. Looking back now, of course, I think He had His hand in a lot of things that happened in my life. Even though I was not a part of the church, and even though I had been gone from the church for a long time, I still had a lot of the core beliefs that were instilled in me as a child. I still believed that the Seventh-day Adventist Church had the truth, that the things I had learned growing up were straight from the Bible, and no matter where I went, there were always things along the way that would point me back to the church that I was raised in. The Sabbath Keepers was started by a group of Seventh-day Adventists in Hollister, California, that was a motorcycle town that had a rally every year. And they branched out, and a chapter had been started in Reno. My wife and I had started riding motorcycles together, and we were in Reno for Street Vibrations, which is a motorcycle rally there. And we were walking around the convention center, and I found a booth with a couple of Sabbath keepers that were standing there in the middle of everything that was going on, and the partying and everything that happens in Reno, and there they are handing out books and Bibles and praying and witnessing to bikers. And I remember thinking to myself, boy, that's not the Adventist church that I left 20 years ago. This ministry has become the center of influence in my wife and my life. We've been so actively involved, and I remember talking when we first started in this ministry in this area. I told her if I could only find one person like me that was out there that was living in that lifestyle, or maybe even they were an Adventist and left the church like I did, if I only found one, it would all be worth it.
And one of them is, his name is Hugh Siegler, and he is Kevin Simpson's neighbor. And one day that he was hanging around with Kevin, and he invited, hey, what about having Bible study? And from then on, then he used to come here and for Friday night Bible study. He hung around with us, and because of that, and he decided to get baptized. And he just got baptized about a year ago in August at the Series Adventist Church.
I feel that they're in the right direction. They're doing the right thing. I'm very comfortable with them. I don't, because of my past history of the membership of the One Percenters, I always had to watch my back then and do the things that I had to do. With this membership, I don't have to watch my back. What I have to do is just focus on God and do His work.
I believe that Jesus died for me. I believe that Jesus has given us His life, the ultimate sacrifice, that He's died for my sins so that I could have an everlasting life, that this place where we are, the things we have here, it's all temporary, and there's something much, much better waiting for us. I found this ministry as a direct result of my love for motorcycles. But God has taken my love for motorcycles and my background in the motorcycle world, and He's taught me how to use it for Him. I'm a Seventh-day Adventist, I'm an electrician, I'm a father, I'm a biker, and I follow Christ.